everyone, it's me, Catherine, and yesterday I realised something. I haven't done a book haul in a year and a half. Now, I don't do book hauls very often anyway because I don't accumulate books fast enough or in large enough quantities to do them regularly. So I started doing like annual ones. I say started, I did it last year and then I didn't do one at the beginning of this year for all the books I bought last year. So this, guys, is a long overdue book haul. It is a book haul of all the books I have purchased throughout 2016 and this first half of 2017. And it's a lot more than I thought, to be honest. I didn't think there'd be that many, but it's more than I thought. So we're not going to linger long over the books, we're just going to get straight into this and go for it. So let's just do this. First up, I've got a couple of manga that I purchased. One of these I technically bought years and years and years ago, but I lost it and only recently found it again. So I'm gonna put it on there anyway. And the first two are Doshitemo Furetakunai, which I think roughly translates as I don't want to touch you anyway. And then we have Soredemo Yasashi Koi o Suru, which is still I will love you softly. These are like set in the same world, the companions. This one follows a young man who starts a new job at a company and his boss is crude and rude, but there's something about him that he just feels connected, I guess, some sort of connection. And then this one follows, I can't remember his name. He works in the same company as these two guys and he has a friend from another company that has been in love with him for years, and then he suddenly, it's their friendship that sort of takes a turn, and they're both adorable. They are quite graphic when it comes to the sexy times. They are what you would call yaoi, but they are beautiful love stories before they're that. They are adorable and I love them both very, very, very much. And then the second manga is the first volume of Tokyo Ghoul. Now, I watched the anime when it was on Netflix. I think it was like the first season. I watched that and I like to read manga, and I also am determined to improve my Japanese. So I went and bought the first volume in Japanese, and these ones were also in Japanese, for that same reason, because I am determined to get through them myself. Whether it will happen, I don't know, but that's that. But this is basically about a world where there's humans and there's ghouls. Ghouls need human meat to survive, and then we have our main protagonist who, for reasons, turns out to be half human, half ghoul, and it's just a lot of the two groups being against each other, trying to kill each other off, and then we have like a middle group that really just wants peace. They just want to survive and live peacefully with the humans. So that is that, and that's that. Battery's not gone yet. No, cool. Okay, so next on to books. Actual, I mean, manga are books, but like novel books. And first we have, I think this is the earliest purchase, that is The Girl in the Red Coat by Kate Hamer. I bought this at the beginning of 2016, and it is about a young girl that goes missing called Carmel, and it's the story split into, it's Carmel and her life with her abductors, so to speak, and then it's also her mother and the people trying to find Carmel and that side. So it's both sides of the story. I really enjoyed this, and yeah, so that's that. Then we have Colorless Tsukuru Tazaki and His Years of Pilgrimage by Murakami. This is a book I read last year about a man called Tsukuru Tazaki whose friends fall out with him, and he never bothers to find out why until he meets this woman, his girlfriend, who's really curious, and so he sets off to find out the story behind why his friends suddenly stopped talking to him. It was good. I enjoyed it, but I enjoy Murakami anyway, so I enjoyed that. Then we have 6-4 by Hideo Yokuyama. This is a Japanese crime novel, and it supposedly did like really well in Japan, and I think it's done really well here. I don't know what it's about, but I enjoy crime, and I'm also trying to read more translated fiction, and I already have like a small collection of Japanese translated fiction that I'm reading, so I added this. So this, I hope it's good. People say it's good, I hope it is as good. Next we'll go, still with the crime, we'll go for Black Water Lilies by, I don't know if it's Michel Boussy or Michel Boussy. I think I heard he was Belgian. This is also translated fiction, and this is one that one of the people working at Waterstones recommended to me, said it was really good, like the one that he's also got another one that's been translated, and he said that one was really good. So this is, obviously there's a man that's been found dead. I'm assuming there's going to be a perspective from the police finding out who the murderer is, but there's also 3 ladies like caught up in this with each different, very different people, and it sounded intriguing when I read it. Obviously I won't know till I've read it, but I haven't read it, so that was the thing I bought. Alright, I think that is it for the crime. Okay, next is a couple of children's books that I have purchased, and the first one is Pax, which is a story about a boy and his pet fox whom they have to let go. It's set during World War I, II, it's set during one of the World Wars, and the boy misses, once they let the fox go, the boy misses him so much that he goes out on a journey to find him, and I picked it up because I really want to know what happens to the boy and the fox. I really want to know. I haven't read it yet. I want to know so much that I haven't picked it up, and I bought this last year, I think. Yep, that's how much I want to know about that fox and that boy. Then we have the BFG by Roald Dahl. I already have a copy of this. It's an ugly edition because Amazon lied about the picture to me. But this was one released, I think it was last year, I want to say it was last year, with never before seen illustrations by Quentin Blake, and this edition is just really nice. I mean, look at it, it's got loads of pictures inside, the underneath is gorgeous, and it's the BFG, guys, it's Roald Dahl. I love Roald Dahl, so I was always going to get this. I was always going to get it. So then we have a copy that I pre-ordered, and it is The Muse by Jessie Burton. I read the miniatures by her and I really enjoyed it, so I bought this because I really wanted to read this, and I started it and I haven't finished it because that's how much I want to read it. And I don't even know what it's about. I just bought it because it was by Jessie Burton and I really enjoyed The Miniaturist, so I was sure I would enjoy this, and that's a thing that happened. It's also signed, this one. I think I pre-ordered it. Yeah, I had some points on my Waterstones card, which meant I got the book for free, and it's signed. And yeah, I'm hoping to get to this soon, but that is that. Then we have a couple of Rainbow Rowell books. This one is Kindred Spirits, which she did for World Book Day, which is basically, it's about a girl who goes to watch the new Star Wars film and arrives like a couple of days early to camp out, and it's her talking to the people camping out, and it's a really cute little story. And then we have Attachments by Rainbow Rowell, which I bought this year. This is a new recent purchase. I bought it back in March and I read it back in March. It's about a man who works in IT at a newspaper agents, and it's his job to monitor people's emails to make sure that they're sticking with policy and stuff, and a conversation between 2 workers, Beth and Jennifer, keep getting flagged up on his computer, and he keeps reading through them, and he eventually realises that he's falling in love with one of them. And it's a bit weird, a bit creepy, but it's also very adorable as well, and the cover is really cute. So that is that. Are we still filming? We are, we're doing well, we're doing well. Okay, next we're going to power through. These are my fantasy and sci-fi novels that I have purchased this year. Okay, we'll start with Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is a duology by Leigh Bardugo set in the Grisha universe, and it follows a group of people who go on a mission to rescue a hostage of sorts, and it's sort of heisty. It's a bit like, people like comparing it to like Ocean's 11 and things like that. It's amazing. I do have reviews for both of these, which I will link on the screen for you to see if you want to see more of my thoughts, but these are so good, guys. So very, very good. You do not have to have read the Shadow and Bone trilogy, I think they're calling it now, the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo, to have read these, but I do recommend it if you enjoy getting references, then maybe, but you don't have to. These are good by themselves, and they're amazing. They are amazing. see my reviews if you want to know any more, but so good, so good. Then we have a couple that I'm not sure are technically fantasy, but they're in the fantasy section. So they are The City in the City by China Miéville. I also have a review, which I will link if you want to check it out, and it's about two cities that sort of, it's about a murder. This is a murder, this is a crime, like sort of a fantasy crime with a bit of a twist to the world and the way things work, and it's really weird, but I did enjoy it. And then we have American Gods by Neil Gaiman, which I have no idea. I think it's some sort of road trip. I don't know. I haven't even read this, but I have read a couple of other Neil Gaiman's books. I've read The Graveyard Book and Stardust, and I enjoyed both of those. The Graveyard Book more so than Stardust, but I did enjoy both of them. And I picked this up because I wanted to read some more Neil Gaiman, and I've heard some good things about this one. Still going, still going. Then we've got Truth Witch by Susan Dennard, which is about Safi and Isolde, two best friends who end up on the run for reasons, and Safi is especially wanting to not get caught because she is a truth witch. She can distinguish truth, whether someone's telling the truth or not, and she is pretty much the only one of her kind. So if anyone was to find out her identity, people would kill for her basically, and she'd really rather that not happen. But it's these two friends that get caught up in the politics of the country and this war that may or may not be coming back, and it's really good, guys. I've also done a review for this, which I will link for you to check out if you want to know more of my thoughts. And then we have The Queen of the Tealing by Erica Johansson. I have not read this. I think this is set in one of those future worlds that's been brought back to olden timey stuff. So it's in the future, but for reasons they don't have the technology or whatnot anymore or something. I don't really know. I don't know what this is about, but again, I've heard some good things, and the things I did hear made me want to pick it up and read it. So I haven't read this, so I don't have a review, so that's that. I haven't read this yet, so I'm hoping to get to that at some point this year. Alright, we're getting somewhere now. Okay, so next, a couple of sci-fi purchases. We have Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey, which is the first in the Expanse series. This, from what I've heard, is a soap opera / crime noir story, which has me really excited to read this. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then we have The Long Way to Small Angry Planet, which I have done a full review for, which I will link if you want to check that out for more details and such. But this is basically centered around the crew of a ship called the Wayfarer, and it's just there's just the characters interacting with each other, building relationships, and there's a bit of outside stuff going on as well, but that's the main reason I read this, and it was good. It was really good. It was good. Right, okay, how long have I got left? 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. So, then I've got The Call of Cthulhu and Other Weird Stories by H.P. Lovecraft. I've always been interested in reading some H.P. Lovecraft, and I saw this, thought this edition was really pretty and a really nice way to sort of get into it, because it also has introductions and information and little things from the guy who put it together, whose name is edited with an introduction by S.T. Joshi, and I've just been sort of dipping in and out of this, reading a good couple of stories like before bed and whatnot, and honestly they are very weird, and I'm looking forward to reading more. Then on to a book that I am currently reading, which is The Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch. I don't think I've mentioned this in a haul. I think I only bought this last year. And I am over halfway done with it now. Bit of a slow start, but I am really enjoying it. It's about a group of thieves called the Gentleman Bastards, and them maybe getting in a bit too deep with their thieving and whatnot, and it's the first book in the Gentleman Bastard sequence, and I think this is going to be really good. It was a bit of a slow start, but I'm really into it now, really getting into it, and I really enjoy it. And then the final two purchases that I have are the same book, and they are Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. Is anybody surprised? No. This was, this is a colouring version that I got from Waterstones, which is also signed on there, which I got really excited about, and I had to get it. I haven't finished colouring it in, but I had to get it because it was a colour in version of it. And then there's this one, which is just gorgeous. This cover is amazing. I couldn't not buy it. I couldn't not buy it. But it's, if you haven't seen that, look at it. It is so pretty. It is so pretty, and the map folds out, and the illustrations are gorgeous. The illustrations are by, in case you were wondering, or in case you were curious, Kevin Wader, don't know, but so pretty, so pretty. I couldn't not. And that is my most recent purchase. I got this just the other day. Woo! So that is it, guys. That is my book haul, joint book haul for 2016 and the first half of 2017. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know if you've read any of these and what your thoughts are, and I will hopefully see you in another video. Bye! God, that was a mad rush. 1 minute. Because I've already done my thumbnail, so that's that. Whoa. Oh no! No! Bollocks. Get back on. Oh. Bleeding ship. Right. Next, a couple of sci-fi. I think I sprayed all over the camera. We're still recording, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Smile. I hope these roll in.